What is that? If you're having car problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems in my V8's one. Hit me.
Control on the cap control. Caskets low. Money cash hold. Type of facts are those. Zap the toes. Hold. Press fast forward. They don't play my hits.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hang on. Wow, that was hot. Okay, so today we are back working on the WIMPYSTANG. Now, I have been a busy boy. Busy in front of the old Tapluta, getting some parts for the old GT, alright? So yeah, awesome content, awesome GTI content coming your way very shortly. But before I start cracking on with the old to-do list on the WIMPYSTANG, I figured I needed just to give a quick update on what I've been up to. Check out them goodies, oh yeah. Yeah, so yesterday was a lovely day, so I figured, right, on my to-do list was obviously to have the chairs ripped out of the WIMPYSTANG and finally give it the full guns blazing detail and shampoo the carpets. Yeah, just 4 bolts, 2 plugs per chair, and the chairs were out. And then I went to town on obviously getting the centre console out because, like I say, I had suspicions that there was a pretty nasty either soft drink or something that had been spilt all over both the centre console and on the carpet. And yeah, I couldn't have been more right. After removing the centre console, I could see, yeah, the reminiscence of some like syrup, like some horrible sugary drink, all on the micro switches underneath the handbrake. So I thought maybe, just maybe, I'm onto a winner here. Quick little clean, contact clean of that micro switch, and maybe that my handbrake light might actually go off for once. But anyway, obviously, while I had the centre console out and while the chairs were out, I whipped old George out and went to town with basically shampooing all the carpets, and you would not believe what came out of them carpets. Absolutely disgusting. Like I say, I told you there was a funky smell in that car. Well, you only had to look at when I drained the water out of that thing. Wow, the carpets were dégueulasse. That means disgusting in French. But yeah, after that, I basically then just left the carpet to dry out after it had been beautifully cleaned, put it all back in, all the centre console back in line, the chairs went back in lovely, the car was looking beautiful, the car was smelling beautiful. Bad news is, warning light's still there and picked up an extra one for the airbag, but that should be easy. Once I delete the fault, no worries. And then at the end of the day, I fired it up only to realise I got problems, potentially major problems. What is that? This could be bad, real bad. So I thought, to cheer myself up, I'd find my 350 GT steering wheel, and yeah, wang it on. I'll see you in the car and do it. Okay, so I'm really excited to get this steering wheel changed. Not only because the new one obviously looks so damn cool, but yeah, this is kind of like the last piece, the last sort of bit of evidence of this car obviously having an accident. Yeah, it's just, every time I see this steering wheel, I just can't think, like, that moment must have just been so horrible. First little knockback regarding the new steering wheel was when it arrived, I noticed it lacked a certain flappy pad on this, and that is because, yeah, my excellent eBay buying skills again of not really reading the description properly. It was listed, yeah, plug and play, pluggy pluggy, pokey pokey, really easy. Not the case because I didn't read the description properly. Yeah, this is for a manual, this isn't a manual. So, yeah, a bit more work to do, but seems fun, right? Before we move on to that, obviously the first port of call is to get this one off the car. Now, I'm gonna show you, now there's a little hole, it's just there. There's one either side. Now, I don't know this, I've just watched a few YouTube videos, naturally. But yeah, it's nice and easy for me to show you what we're doing here. If I poke it in the hole, it nicely lines up with this little spring here. If I push it, can you see the spring moving? Well, that spring is basically just the latch for the airbag. And that's really simple. Basically, unlatch one side, unlatch the other, and then there's a nut in the middle, unclip it, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and we're out, we're done. I've disconnected the battery already. that's first port of call, because what you don't want is to be like pokey, boom, smash in your face. So I've disconnected the battery. Now it's just a case of giving this a little poke in the hole, and yeah, hopefully we should have that airbag off in no time. Well, fingers crossed. That's the theory. Let's get on and do it. Boom! Well, that was well easy. Okay. A little bit easy, a little bit more difficult trying to find the spring, obviously, without seeing it. But yeah, easy as pie. So yeah, first port of call, probably dismantle this old one, get it all stripped down, and then yeah, start with the other one and do it. Okay, so all in fairness, that was really quite straightforward too. I say the idea is to try and keep all the buttons and all the wiring from this one and transport them onto the new one. So I'm not going to go through the dismantling again, I'm just going to do it nice and quick. Well, same as before, nice and easy. Just now is just a couple extra screws, because obviously you can see the electronics there for the old flappy paddles. So yeah, going to undo them, hopefully remove the back, and then I'm going to have a look at painting these and do it. So while I've been waiting for my beautiful satin black little finishes to dry, like I say, whether they look better than whether they turn out to be better than the silver, like I say, I'm not too sure. But when it's all done, let me know in the comments what you guys think. But anyway, while I've been waiting for it to dry, I have been installing the little pallets. I have been installing these bottom buttons, which are the first to go on. I've just been doing a quick check on the wiring, which was lucky because actually this was in the wrong place. And I've just been making myself a cup of tea, as per usual. So now it is time just to put it all back together, try not to get any fingerprints on anything, and yeah, let's see how it turned out, and do it. Okay, let's fast forward this bit. Ready? That's it, last screw in. And just on cue, it started raining. I'm gonna run inside the car and let's get this thing back in. Right, let's get tidied up, quick shot. Whoa. Anyway, right, rescued the tea, rescued hopefully, yeah, got the air, run straight for the airbag. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna quickly just smash this back on. It's pretty easy, this should be really easy to put back on. Obviously just screw it back into place, clip the airbag in, and then yeah, I'll show you how it looks afterwards. So yeah, I'm gonna wang it straight back on and I'll see you in a second. Boom! Voila! Easy, really easy back to install. Obviously just pluggy, literally. Connectors, and then obviously putting it in the airbag, screwing the central nut in, making sure it's nice and tight, and then yeah, just clipping both sides of the airbag in. Just clipped in nice and easy. Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comments. Happy with the black, or should we resort back to OEM? But yeah, super chuffed with the new steering wheel. Looks ace. Yeah. Even better news, it stopped raining. Let's go. Boom! Right, yeah. I've got problems. Engine problems. I don't think it's not a small problem, but I don't think, fingers crossed, it's a big problem. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. Let me explain. Right, so on the way back from when I got the alignment done just before the lockdown, I remember thinking, I came through the gates and I could tell that there was some crazy sort of squeaking, screeching maybe noise coming from in and around the front of this engine, and I thought, well, maybe that's just just an accessory belt, might need a bit of silicone spray, or maybe just, yeah, I might need to just change it. And I thought, right, well, wang the Mustang back at the back. Obviously, I've got things I still need to do on it, and just sort of monitor the situation and, yeah, try and diagnose what it is. So, yeah, this is the noise that I've been getting. I can't do it now because certain young ladies are having a bit of a nap. But, yeah, here's the noise. And I believe the culprit, now this is, like I say, self-diagnosed here, obviously just tucked in there, I guess in the top of the V. You can see the spindle, the water pump. There's the water pump, there's the belt that drives the water pump. And then obviously if I reach in now and grab a hold of it, I notice there's a bit of play in there. Only very slightly, but obviously that's all behind there's all bearings that run the pump. So yeah, I just figured, right, go with your gut on this one and try and be proactive. So that's what I've done, and I've actually gone ahead and ordered a new water pump. Like I say, rightly or wrongly, I have already sort of pushed the button, pulled the trigger on getting the pump on order, just because I just want to sort of, I'm really eager now. Obviously that's for me to get this, send this full send and get this build complete, then I just want to make sure that noise is completely gone, and if that is the issue, fingers crossed, then obviously thumbs up. So there's not been many YouTube videos about this actually, so yeah, could this be one of the first? Like I say, there's not been many S550s perhaps with this problem, but anyway, I figured I'd piece it together. I've been watching old Bill at CJ Pony a little bit, because yeah, he's, regards to draining the fluid and changing perhaps just the pulley on the water pump, I can kind of get an idea of what I need to do to at least get access to it. I say, fingers crossed, I will have confirmed that that is the issue. That's, yeah. And have the water pump ready, so in the morning when the new one arrives, I'll be whang it straight back on, turn the key and burn, like full send. That'll probably have to wait to the next video. But anyway, at the end of this one, let's just get this jacked up and let's do some investigating and do it. So the next port of call is remove this air intake, and yeah, trying to get rid of all these obviously pipes and try and get to that pulley. Do it.
Let's go. Here we go now. Batman scoop on the mic, mixing the mix on the wheels of steel. This is what I was fucking born to do. Yes, let's go.
Okay, so yeah, a bit of further investigating, and I can confirm that the water pump is not dead, but it's definitely dying. And yeah, all the sound that was coming from the front was pretty much, yeah, I would imagine was coming from there. Like I say, I started to actually, obviously after removing the pulley, started to turn the actual pump itself, and yeah, just it wasn't turning freely and it was making some strange noises. And obviously trying to move it, there was loads of play in there, so obviously the bearings that are behind there are all shot to bits, or not shot to bits, but definitely aren't in good nick. So I've never actually been so pleased to find I need to change the water pump, but yes, glad it is, because that's what I've got on order. So now it's a case of, yeah, trying to figure out how to obviously get this old water pump out. Now I'm just going to try and start disconnecting stuff that's in and around it. I've already gone ahead and pulled the plug on the radiator, so the liquid now, or the coolant is now all pretty much almost drained out. So yeah, now's the time just to start just undoing pipes, unscrewing screws, and yeah, hopefully we'll finish with a water pump in hand, and we'll have a proper look at what's gone wrong and do it.
You gotta put your past behind you. Look, kid. Bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right? Wrong! When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on the world.
That's not what I was told.
Then maybe you need a new lesson. Repeat after me. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. It means no worries.
Voila. Boom!
That feels good!
Well, kind of good news and bad. Like I say, I'm rather settle on a medium-sized problem than a major one. So, yeah, changing the water pump. And like I say, it's quite handy where it's sat in the middle of that V. It's actually quite, like I say, for a water pump, relatively convenient. But yeah, quite what happened to it on such a young car. Not too sure, perhaps it was just not a very good component. But yeah, coming up in the next episode, unfortunately I did receive an email to say with the whole COVID-19 situation that the delivery for the new water pump's going to be delayed, which I was, as soon as that arrived, I was just going to throw it on, turn the key, and then just go full send. I'm going to find an excuse to do an essential shopping trip, but yeah, it's going to be full send on the WIMPYSTANG, so stay tuned for that. But until then, I'll probably be jumping straight back over to the GT because obviously, as you can see, I've had loads of goodies arrive, and I can't wait to show you what bargains I've managed to pick up. So yeah, all that's to come, can't wait. But guys, if you've liked this episode, you know what to do. Hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, join the Wimpy Brotherhood. Hit subscribe. Look, it's coming. There's a bit of growth. Excellent. But seriously guys, yeah, there's a little bit of growth. I'm so pleased, and like I say, for a new YouTube channel, it's your likes and your comments that certainly keep me sort of motivated, and yeah, just wanting to make great content for you guys. So thank you so much for, like I say, my small group of subscribers, and thank you much for the votes of encouragement, and like I say, it means so much. But as always guys, I've been Wimpy, you've been awesome for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Alright, laters. So yeah, undo these and hopefully remove that, all the electronics, and yeah, we'll end up with another bare steering wheel. And yeah, we'll end up with another bare steering wheel. Let's do it.